What if the Second World War had ended differently? What if Adolf Hitler had actually won? Would our world today be more powerful, more advanced, and more united? Or would it have lost its soul under complete control? It's one of the biggest what ifs in human history. Just one change, one different battle, one unexpected decision could have completely rewritten the story of our planet. In this documentary, we explore a realistic vision of what the world might have become if Hitler had achieved victory in World War II. In our real war, the war ended in 1945 with Germany's defeat. But before that, Hitler's empires had already changed the shape of Europe. His armies moved faster than anyone expected. His strategies, although harsh, were organized, disciplined, and effective. Within only a few years, most of Europe was under Germany's control. Now imagine if things had gone differently. What if Hitler never invaded the Soviet Union, a decision that drained Germany's resources? What if Britain had surrendered after the bombing campaigns? What if the United States had stayed out of the war? If even one of these events had changed, the Axis power could have easily dominated the world. By the mid-90s, Germans would have controlled all of Europe. The United States might have avoided conflict. The Soviet Union could have fallen, and a new world order, the Greater German Empire, would have begun. In this world, the capital of the world might have been Berlin. Instead of European Union, there would be a single empire ruled by one central government. Borders between countries like France, Poland, and Italy would disappear. Each region would serve as a part of one united system, strong, organized, and focused entirely on progress. Economically, such a world could have been powerful. Germany already had a strong industrial base, advanced engineering, and incredible infrastructure. Projects like Autobahn, one of the first modern highway systems, showed how far technology could go under strict direction. If Hitler had won, that some focus might have expanded across Europe and beyond. Superhighways could have connected the continent. High-speed trains might have linked Berlin to Paris, Rome, and even Moscow. Industry would have boomed, and science would have received massive government funding. German scientists were already working on technologies far ahead of their time. Jet planes, ballistic missiles, and early nuclear research. The V-2 rocket was the first guided missiles in history, and it later inspired space technology used by both the United States and the Soviet Union. If Hitler had remained in power, those scientists would have continued their research for the German Empire. Space exploration might have started decades earlier, not for space or discovery, but to show power and dominance. Imagine this alternative world in the 90s, 60s, or 70s. Cities with advanced machines, electric transportation, and powerful communication systems. The world might have become highly efficient and industrialized, but it would also have been a place of control. Freedom, individuality, and open discussion might not exist in the same way. Every invention, every discovery, every public voice would have to serve the government's purpose. The education system would focus on loyalty, science, and national strength. Children would grow up disciplined and patriotic, but creativity and free thinking might slowly disappear. Art, literature, and media would exist, but that always reflect the state's ideology. People might live in clean, organized cities, but every part of life would be planned, controlled, and monitored. Globally, this world would look very different. There would be no Cold War, because the Soviet Union might have fallen under German rule. America, instead of becoming the world's superpower, could have remained isolated. The nuclear race might have ended early, or never happened at all. Instead of two powers fighting for control, one empire would dominate the earth. With a single government that one global currency, trade could have been efficient and stable. There might have been no economic depression and currency wars. Travel could have been easier and faster across continents. But peace through control comes with a cost, and that cost would have been freedom. People could live safe lives, but their opinions, beliefs, and choices would be limited. Now imagine our modern world and this version of history. The global language might have been German, not English. The internet, if it existed, would be strictly monitored. Social media would be under government surveillance. Technology like artificial intelligence or robotic would serve national goals, not personal creativity. Important thing, the human heart. Thankfully, the world rebuilt itself on values of freedom, democracy, and equality, ideas that still face challenges today but continue to guide humanity forward. This what if scenario reminds us of how easily history could have changed and how lucky we are that it didn't. Because in the end, true progress doesn't come from control, it comes from the courage to be free and the strength to learn from the past.